Okay, Western Australia 1 to Tossin heading to my left-hand end. I'm just about ready to get the New South Wales side. Carly Peak, Lisa Badel, Sky Bradford. Okay, they are. Is Carly Peck, I think it is number 1. Lisa Bador, the number 2, if I spelt that correct, and Sky Bradford, the number 3. They'll line them up against Hayley Martin, Cassie Cant, and Tracy Jarrett. Ball goes in, it's on the centre pack behind the number 3s, and on the ground it goes. Heads down for Western Australia, picked up there by the number 2 in Lisa Bador. She's got the ball in the racket, she works her way down the other end. Now she's under a lot of attack. Oh, nicely unloaded there by the number 1. For Hayley Martin, can't pick it up. Now on the offside, she turns around. What's she going to go? Goes to the right, tries to get out of trouble. Now got the run to the line, puts the bounce over. This could be opening score to WA, and it is. Well, a good start it is from this under 24 women's. Western Australia, I think, have won this 3 times because they'll be looking to make a clean sweep here, and time off's been called. Okay, we go to the other side, and Christy Cooper is, no, it's not a sale, and Owen's on the other side. And right at the moment, 1 goal nil in favour of Western. High off the 3's rackets, out the back, it goes out. Tracy Jarrett, it sits up. Oh, no, it doesn't. Leaves it on the ground. Although right over the top, it leaves it for the number 1 in Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin snatches the big horse to the line. Number 3's a couple of lengths behind, goes down, bounce in front, little flick out the side door, and all clear, and that's goal number 2. Well, 2 quick goals. The WA getting out of the blocks early. Bit of loose ball on the ground. He can't leave it. Any ball on the ground for any of these quality of players. Very early in this game, 8 chucker. Nice little light breeze blowing around about 27 degrees. In they line up. Christy Cooper is the umpire. Says right behind the line. In it goes, knocked forward by the 1s. Where's it goes? Off the end of the number 1 of the Carly Peck, the number 1 for New South Wales. Round the pack she goes, right through the middle of the turf there, looking to weave her way around as she does a couple of players. Now she's looking for the run to the right-hand side. She checks in behind the number 3 in Tracy Jarrett, and the umpire's picked up a decision here. No, it's been turned over, must have been carried over there by the number 1, so it goes the way of the number 3 in Western Australian, Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett from where the umpire says, and the umpire is Christy Cooper. From here, she says, pops a little one out to herself, sits up nicely in the middle of the pack of the Blues. The ball goes in, cops a big swing there, looks over, and yes, there was a bit of an infringement there by the number 2 there, Lisa Bador from New South Wales. It's been a free goal awarded to Western Australia. 3 goals to 0 in the opening chucker out here. Alan Owens on the scoreboard side. In a ball goes in, centre pack behind the 3s, in front of the 3s. On it goes to the ground. Who's got it? They can't pick it up. Number 3 this time. Who's got it? And it's Sky Bradford. Sky Bradford looking to link up with the number 1 in Carly Peck. Little high pass in right in front. Can she get it? She's very close to the back to the 30-metre line. Out there's Tracy Jarrett, the number 3. She'll follow her right out. It's the number 1 for New South Wales. Carly Peck's got it now. She's just working her way across the 30-metre line. Checks in, tries to go the other side. Has a little side shot right out. Oh, high over the top, and nicely done there by the number 1 for New South Wales. Nice quick return there. 3 goals to 1 in favour of Western Australia in the opening chucker of this under 24 women's final. Like I say, you don't need to leave too much on the ground. You'll only get 1 chop it if you miss it. The opposition are going to pick it up. In it, ready to be thrown in now. They're lining up. Umpire points it. Where's it gone? Knocked out, way out over the paddock there. And it's Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett. Oh, bounce is bad for her. They can't pick it up. They're all right over the top of it. Who's got it? It's the number 1. And Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin in a bit of trouble getting out of the pack there. She's hard ridden by the other number 2, but well taken there by Cassie Cant, the other number 2 for Western Australia. The horse is getting a little bit of trying to get out of the pack here. Now they get the legs stretched out a little bit. Round they go. Look at the number 1 for New South Wales, Carly Peck. Been marked up there. Round they get her back. Good one-on-one work now. Now she's got to contend with Sky Bradford. She takes her on stick side. Oh, drops the accelerator back, then puts it down forward in front. Has a shot. We'll wait for the umpire's decision. He says all clear as he looks a little bit to the right-hand side as it sneaks inside the right-hand goalpost, and that makes it 4 goals to 1. Well, Hayley Martin came down, and the number 3, Sky Bradford, was right with her. Just a little half check, leapt out, got that half length in front, and all you need, and the pace is right on here from the word go. Alan Owens on the scoreboard side will line them up. In it goes, way out the back this time between the three. Sky Bradford and Tracy Jarrett. They can't pick it up, leaves it on the ground. Again, the ball's left on the ground and goes to the number one. And this time, in Carly Peck's got it. Oh, under a heap of problems there. Up they go, and they get taken out of the racket and carried over the horse. Beautiful pressure from the WA ladies out there, just putting an enormous amount of pressure on every ball carrier. And it goes both ways for the New South Wales. So it'll be number one in Hayley Martin to take it just off a centre here. Umpire says play on. No, doesn't. Says not yet. Get away 10, everybody. She throws it back up midfield. It goes on. Doesn't find kindly, but she's got first chop it. She goes back on the ball, and no one. Around the paddock she goes. So picked up an infringement. Will go the way of New South Wales. Carly Peck, the number one, will take it. Just the right-hand side of the commentary stand. Up there goes, big high one out in front. Will it sit up for herself? She runs into a pack of WA players as the ball hits the deck. Can't see who's got it. Oh, who's got it this time? Tracy Jarrett. And a hit down's been indicated by Alan Owens, the umpire, and it'll be taken down to the 30-metre line for Western Australia. The score is 4-1 in this opening chukker of an 8-chukker game. And you'll see the difference as they come into the 7th and 8th. The horses will be tired. The players will be tired. Righto, high one over for the number one, and Hayley Martin leans out near the back of the left-hand hip of the horse, works around, faces up to the number 3 in Sky Bradford. Again, taking it steady, comes in on the left, tries to get under the neck. Oh, the little flick. Oh, beautifully done there by Hayley Martin, and that's goal number 5. Well, under enormous pressure there from Sky Bradford. Didn't look like it was going to come out of the racket, but that's it, Chucker. That's the end of the first sections come out. Well, Matt, it's a 5-1 chukker, but what we've seen in a lot of other games, it doesn't mean much at this stage. And we know New South Wales, the quality of depth and players they got, that could really, the tables could be turned very early.
Lining up for WA this chukker, we have Talia Guy, Amy Smith and Shana Hall. For New South, we have April Leggett, Karen Hassel and Ashley Anderson. Time one's called, the ball goes in, it's on the ground. Who's first onto it? No one yet. It's still on the ground. They all ride over it. First back on the scenes, April Leggett, the number one for New South Wales. She cops a bit of timber, but she puts a nice check on and evades the players. So April Leggett, a handy little player. Spins around now, looking to get down to her attacking 30-yard line. Just rates the horse back. Has another little check behind, ducks around the back. Thinking about a bounce, she goes on the non-stick side and puts it down. Shana Hall, the number 3 for WA, to bring in the defence. April Leggett just working. Plenty of room in the area. Puts a little spin on now. Thinks about one way, goes around the other, has a shot. All clear. 2-5 in favour of WA. They line up bar side of the ground. The ball's in, it's out the back. Who's first on it? Ashley Anderson is riding shotgun. Can she get the pick up? No, she can't. It's still on the ground. They all ride over it. April Leggett. April Leggett once again with the ball in her racket. Cops a bit of timber. She's good enough to get away from it. She heads down towards the attacking 30-yard line, being hard pressed there by Shana Hall. She puts another lovely check on centre field. Cops a bit of timber. Puts the bounce down. Does it sit up? Yes, it does. Oh, she does a little weave around the back, has a shot, and all clear. That pony working very nicely there for April Leggett. She's got a lot of ball early. Having a bit of an impact. It's only 2 goals in it. So New South with a couple of quick replies. It's in, it's up front. Who sees it? Talia Guy had a shot, couldn't get it. It's still on the ground. They're all fighting hard. Now it's in the racket of that number 1 for WA. Talia Guy, she had it. Under a bit of pressure there, and the ball's gone over the sideline. Ashley Anderson, the number 3 for New South Wales, to take the ride out. Away 10, plays called. The ball goes out. Does it sit up? Yes, it does. Ashley Anderson being hard ridden there by her opposing number 1 in Talia Guy. Oh, cops a bit of timber, but she gets around that beautifully. The number 2 in Karen Hassel picks up the player, just to give her a bit of breathing space. Nice bit of work there by Ashley Anderson. Just waiting to set up a bit of play. Puts a pass into a number 1 in April Leggett. April Leggett with the ball now. Drives around the front. Thought about a flick out the side but decided against it. Just work in the area. Ducks, dives, weaves. Being held up very nicely here by Shana Hall on that lovely grey horse. Shana Hall putting some great pressure on here. April Leggett just cruising around the front of the area. Ducking, diving, weaving. A lot of pressure on the players in finals especially. Great stuff by Shana Hall just to hold her up. She ducks around the side, has a shot, and all clear. So this chucker for WA yet to open an account. 3 quick ones in New South. Only 1 goal in it. Umpire's just waiting for a line-up. The ball goes in. Ashley Anderson snapped it out from the back. Being hard ridden there by WA, but she's good enough to avoid it. Well, the umpire's whistle's gone. It'll be a West Australian ball for a contact to the other horse. Umpire's just discussing the decision. And it is a West Australian ball. Talia Guy to take the 10-yard throw. She puts a long one out to no one in particular. The ball's on the ground. Who's riding shotgun? The number 2 and Karen Hassel. Karen Hassel with the ball now for New South Wales. About to cop a bit of treatment, but she puts a check on. She cops 1, 2, 3. A lot of pressure there by Talia Guy. She goes again. Oh, great bit of pressure there. The ball's on the deck. Ashley Anderson's there to pick up the pieces though. She just cruises around the front now, looking for a number 1 in April Leggett as she heads down towards the area. The pass is a good one. April Leggett just working around now, trying to get around Shana Hall. Shana Hall putting up a good defence. She has a dive around the back and puts it through. That's the equaliser, 5 goals apiece. Well, the West Aussies came out firing in the first, and New South have said right back at you in this second chucker. Commentary side of the ground. The ball's in, it's up the front. Who's first on the scene? Karen Hassel from New South Wales. Can she make the pick up? She did. She cops a bit of treatment there by Shana Hall. Amy Smith being hard ridden through the ball back into play. Once again, it's on the ground. Shana Hall's got it in a racket now. She says, Talia, where are you? She puts a quick pass over. It's a good one. They line up and all clear. WA back out by 1. A good hard ball get there to West Australia. All players working extremely hard to dig that ball up off the ground. They line up once again. Umpire's just waiting for a nice straight line-up. Keep things fair. It's in, it's out the back, straight into the racket of Ashley Anderson. Ashley Anderson with the ball now. April Leggett's riding shotgun, but that's time. Thank you, umpires. Time. So WA up by 1 at the end of that chucker.
So here we are lining up. We've got Lisa Badior is the number 2, Carly Peck's the number 1, and Sky Bradford number 3. Good competition, but Western Australia made it a 5-1. It's Hayley Martin the number 1, Cassie Cant the 2, and Tracy Jarrett the 3. As the ball goes out, as Sky Bradford goes out. Sky Bradford spoons it forward, can't get it on the second attempt, leaves it back on the ground. Oh, beautiful offside. Oh, where did that come from? And Hayley Martin just slots it through. It was rolling that close to the line. She just picked it up underneath the horse's feet, over the line, bounce, trap and goal. Well, again, that makes it 7 goals to 5. Only 2 going into the third chucker. This is anybody's game, and it's as we've just seen in the last section come out. Ball goes in, out the back it goes as Tracy Jarrett, the number 3, rides out. Now they're starting to pick a bit of ball off the ground. As you can see, you can't leave it on the ground for any of these players. In a bit of pressure there. She's got 2 New South Wales on her. It's the number 1 in. Carly Peck's got it. She's putting the pressure on the offside. Can't do much over there. Can't get on the stick side. The number 2 and Lisa Badior. Now she's into the line, out the back door it goes there for Nikki Can. There is a change. Nikki Can's gone into the 2 instead of Cassie Can. Round they go. I can't see the difference. In it goes. Round they go. Looking for the number 1 in, Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin up against Sky Bradford. Now they work around, just gathers the reins and goes to the right. Gets a bit of a tap on the way through under the neck and they'll clear. One change in the Western Australia. Nikki Cant comes in for her sister Cassie Cant. All these ladies can play all over the park and they're set in these positions now as the coaches work through their list of players and working with the interchange. Then it goes knocked in behind the 2s and the 3s. Round it goes first. It's going to be that lady in Sky Bradford. Sky Bradford looking for Carly Peck, who's lengths ahead out there. The pass has only got to be good. It's off the back of the tip of the racket. She heads across the angle and puts it through. Nice reply there from New South Wales. 8 goals to 6. 2 goals in it. Nice work out the back there by Sky Bradford. Nice pick up and straight down about a length and a half away from the 3 was Carly Peck, and all she needed with the pass, and it came off about the hip of the horse. Round it goes, out the back again it goes. It's Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett goes down, picks the ball up again. Now they're not missing too many in the middle of the park. Off they go, lays the shoulder down, looking for the number 1 out in front. Has to check sides, goes right, then looks left, and it's taken in the corner there by Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin against Sky Bradford, tries to push around Sky Bradford. Oh, what's she going to do? She's in a bit of trouble here. Passes it back, and it goes back in the field. It's the Tracy Jarrett, tips it off the top of the racket, regains position, waiting for the number 1 to get set up in midfield. Back there chasing her is Carly Peck, the New South Wales number 1 on the offside. Works her hard up through the middle of the paddock here. Now looking for a line to set up for a number 1. What's she going to do? She has to throw a high one in. Sits up. Oh, it doesn't, but it does the second time. Oh, picked up beautifully there by Sky Bradford. Sky Bradford right back at the 30-metre line there. And we've had a whistle blow. No, we haven't, sorry. No, it looked like the umpire was going down there. No, there wasn't any action there for a second. Now it's Sky Bradford just gathering the thoughts and the reins and comes over the line with a beautiful bounce. Looking for Carly Peck, the number 1. Now the New South Wales start to set up a bit of play through midfield with Lisa Badior, the number 2, doing a great job to keep Nikki Can out of the way. Nikki Can does a big bump and a shove on the offside, but look at Lisa Badior go in and pick up the number 1 in over it goes, throws it in. Where's it going to go into the paddock? Oh, no, they'll ride over it. Back on the ground it goes. A big racket goes down. Oh, nicely timed by Nikki Cant there for Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin picked up the crumbs like a seagull on the ground and puts it through. Well, that was a good bit of work there from Nikki Cant in the centre. She could see the ball on the ground. She said, oh, you're not going to get it to the other player for New South Wales. And Hayley Martin was just sitting free there waiting for the big hit on the ground, which happened. And that not allowing the other player to take the ball, and allowed Hayley Martin to pick up the crumbs over the line. Bounce, trap and goal. Great teamwork from the WA ladies there. 9 goals to 6 it is the score going into the 3rd chukker. They line up in front of Christy Cooper, the umpire here. On the commentary side, ball goes in. Oh, snapped out of the front by Hayley Martin. Oh, she's in there, got a blue attack on her. Now she goes around, works and dives around the pack. Back there's the number 3 in Sky Bradford. Now she gets a bit of run on, gets a bit of pace on the horse, opens the goal face up, and that's another goal. 4-1 in favour of a 4-1 chucker at the moment. Big snap out of the front there. Got a bit of pace on the horse going to the line. Just got a little half length in front of Sky Bradford. Wheeled around the front and slotted it through the sticks. Alan Owens, the umpire on the scoreboard side. Ball goes in. Where's it gone? Oh, out the back. Tracy Jarrett gathers the reins while she looks at the ball. Now she comes in. What's she going to do? It's Lisa Badior takes her on the offside there, trying to slow her right up and put a bit of pressure on there, waiting for the other New South Wales player. She's very close to the line. Oh, there's pressure everywhere. Round she goes. Nothing happening. Set up on stick side into Hayley Martin's racket. Hayley Martin peels to the right. Back there, Sky Bradford takes her on. She can't get one away out the side, so she works out again to the top of the D. Drives around, has a shot. A real wobbler, and there's no goal. Well done by Sky Bradford, just marking up hard and close, forcing the shot away. On this occasion it didn't happen, and Sky Bradford from New South Wales to bring it out. You adjust the face guard here, and the helmet just sits up here. What's she going to do? Takes it over for herself over on the offside. Oh, gets a mully grubber, goes out stick side. Who's got it now? Nikki Can. Nikki Can. What's she going to do? Close to the line. In goes Lisa Battior. She tries to get stick side. Passes on, and I think it may have been. Oh, there's an infringement being picked up there by Alan Owens. And it's going to go down in front to Western Australia, Hayley Martin. This could be another 5-goal chucker. Righto, umpire says from here, right on top of the D. High one over the top and makes no mistake. Oh, just in time too. 11 goals to 6. Another 5-goal to 1 chucker in this first section's coming out. Well, this is seesawing back together. See what Western Australia can do, because it was 4-1 against them as the second section coming out. And this is really developing. But remember, it's only the 4th chucker coming up. There's still 4 more to go as the crowd appreciate what a great display of Polocrosse we're seeing out here. No team changes for the WA side. Wait for the New South Wales. If we've got any team changes there. New South Wales is the same. Thank you very much. Righto, we're ready to get underway, and I'll pass it across to Matt Foster, who'll call this one for us.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, we've got quite a game in our hands. The score's changing quite rapidly at the end of each chucker. The ball goes in, timeout's called straight in the racket of Ashley Anderson. Ashley Anderson makes a beeline to her attacking area, puts a pass into her number 1 in April Leggett. She has a quick shot, and all clear. Well, slick bit of play there by the New South Welshman. It's great to see Polocrosse at this level. Very rarely the ball hits the ground, and if it does, it's not there for long. These ladies just snap it off, and off they go. The ball's out the back. Ashley Anderson once again having a crackerjack of a start. Cops a bit of timber, gets around the side, but looking for a number 1 in April Leggett. She puts a bit of pace on now. The pass goes in. It's a good one. April Leggett with the ball in her racket. Being hard pressed there by Shana Hall. She puts a little spin on, ducks around one side. Shana Hall doing a good job, but just holding her up. She ducks, she weaves, she has a shot. No clear. So New South Wales doing exactly what they need to do. 11 goals, 8. Only 3 in it. Commentary side of the ground. Umpire lines him up. The ball's in. It's in the middle. It's knocked out West Australia side. Who can come up with the goods? April Leggett couldn't get it on that occasion. Shana Hall goes for the pickup. Can she get it? No, she can't. Oh, straight into the racket there of Ashley Anderson. She's just trying to check that big pony up now. Centre field. Ooh, cops a bit of a knock. We'll wait and see what the umpires are going to say about that. So a bit of a knock there. WA to take the free yard throw as a result. Talia Guy had it, lost it. Shana Hall riding shotgun, gets the ball now. She gets that pony moving. Looking for a number 1 in Talia Guy. Oh, good bit of riding there by Amy Smith, the number 2 to free up a player. The ball goes in, the pass is good. Talia leans out the side, has a shot. Oh, clear. WA back out by 4 goals. Well, the crowd really starting to come alive now as the game hots up. The ball's in, it's out the back. Ashley Anderson, can she get the pickup? She leans out. She couldn't get it on this occasion. Ball still on the ground. Oh, had it, lost it. And the boundary line will beat them all. So all 6 to line up once again. No one had full control of the ball before it went out of bounds. Straighten up's the call from the ump. Ball's in, it's knocked down this middle. Who can come up with the goods? Amy Smith. Amy Smith puts the arm out. Quick pass to her number 1 in Talia Guy. She has a shot, but the umpire's whistle's gone. Bit of interference in the area there by West Australia on the number 3. For New South, Ashley Anderson with the ball. Puts a 10-yard lob up. Does it sit? Yes, it does. You always seem to get a pretty true bounce here on these good grounds. Ashley Anderson just working around, looking for a number one, and April Leggett just slowed things down, gathers her thoughts, puts a pass into a number one, and April Leggett. April Leggett spins that horse around, drives straight into goals. Oh, great pressure there by Shana Hall to cut her off. She ducks, she dives, she goes around the front. And all clear. Well, a great bit of play there by New South. Just changed the tempo, slowed things down a bit, and put the goal on the board. Time off's been called. The ball goes in, it's out the back. Ashley Anderson's first on the scene. Can she get the pick up? Yes, she does. Oh, and making a beeline straight for the area with her is April Leggett. Shana Hall dishing out a fair bit of treatment there, putting the pressure right on. She's marked up a one now, trying to keep her bottled up, but April Leggett takes a nice catch. She ducks, she dives, she weaves, she has a shot. Oh, clear. Well, these girls certainly don't muck around. As soon as they get that ball centre field, off they go. 12 goals, 10. There's only 2 goals in it, ladies and gentlemen. New South have put 4 through in this chucker already to West Aussies 1. The ball's out the back once again. Ashley Anderson, can she come up with a good? She leans out on the near side. Beautiful pickup. Just swooped on the ball. Rides around now, being hard pressed by opposing number one in Talia Guy. Amy Smith comes in to lay the willow. She dishes out a bit of timber. Once, twice, 3 times. Ashley Anderson, good ball carrying skills there. They couldn't get it off her. Nice little pass into April Leggett once again. Puts a bit of pace on now, tries to drive around the front, has a lean out the side and flicks it through. All clear. Back to 1 goal, only 1 goal in at 11 goals, 12 in favour of WA. The 1 and 3 for New South combining extremely well here and putting some quick goals on the board. The ball's in, it's out the back. That girl again, Ashley Anderson. Oh, that's time, thank you, time.
Okay, we've had a change here. Cassie Cant and Nikki Cant rotating through the centre here. Righto. Ready to get underway. Christy Cooper, the umpire, will throw it into the 5th chucker. Ball goes in behind the 3s. Out in front. Who keeps first on? It's Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett line link up with Hayley Martin. What can they do? The number 1 Jacinta Sibley goes up, but can't do much on that side. Now they just as Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett just keeps control of the ball in midfield. Up goes the number 2 in Carly Peck. He's gone into that position in place of Lisa Battior. Now he goes around to the right. It's the number 3 and Tracy Jarrett, full control of the ball, trying to link up again. Back there's the number 3. Now the pass is on. It's not good. Goes too far, too forward and over towards the back line. Down they go. They can't pick it up on the offside. That'll leave it there for Sky Bradford, playing a great number 3 for New South Wales. Now just turns around, looks at the dummy to the left, now goes to the right, stretches the little horse out, goes to the line, the little baldy face horse checks up in midfield, comes inside the other pack. Oh, big lace up there from the number 1 in Hayley Martin, but she can't unload her. She just shortens the reins up, well assisted to the centre there by Carly Peck. Now looking to link up with the number 1 in Jacinta Sibley for the first time. They work into the top right-hand corner here, round to the dummy to the right, back to the left, passes on. Oh, snucked up beautifully there by Tracy Jarrett. Just knew it was coming in at the last moment. Snatched a beautiful ball. Big tap there from the number 1 of Jacinta Sibley, ex-Western Australian. Goes down, looks over her shoulder, does the little turn. Both horses turn together. Well worked up in the middle by Cassie Cant, the number 2. Now she's got to cut the blue shirt. She's got to worry about again. She's going down the field trying to link up. They're starting to put the pace on here, New South Wales. No, beautiful high pass, big floater, top of the head. Wheels around back there. Sky Bradford, the number 3. As they adjust the helmet up a little bit there for Hayley Martin. Hayley Martin works in and around. What can she do? No, she can't again. Just peels around, faces up to the number 3. and head to tail they go. Rackets are up. Little opportunity. Dummy right. Go left. Back again. Same thing. Can't get an opportunity again. Working out across the top of the 30-metre line. Goes into the top right-hand corner here. Looks for an opportunity. Gets around one side. Can't do it again. Sky Bradford doing a fantastic job marking up in defence as the number 3. She comes out a little bit further on the number 1 and Hayley Martin, but again just parks up there, puts the racket up. What's she going to do? Have a little shot out. The hook's in the racket. Couldn't get it away. Hayley Martin couldn't get it away. Now the pressure's on. Sky Bradford sees an opportunity there to mark her up a little bit closer. Got a bit of now. She gets around, has a shot this time and makes no mistake. Beautifully controlled there by Hayley Martin. Well, that took a little while to get that one on the board. It's only 1-0 in favour of this chucker, and it is 13 goals to 11. Very slim lead. 5th chucker, still 3 to go. It's going to get a little warm and the horses are going to get a little bit tired. But the action is out here on the main Griffin Energy field. Out the back they go. Tracy Jarrett again dominating. Out the back they go. Offside pickup. Beautiful big sweeper. Pulls it out off the turf. Now around the pack. Lets the big horse run. Looking for the number 1. He's set up stick side for the pass this time. Goes into the racket. Taken nicely. Working to the bottom. Caulfield halfway in the 30-metre line. Checks up. Again, we've got a great battle between the 1s and the 3s. Wheels to the left or right. Goes to the left. Round the pack she tries to go. And Sky Bradford just keeps the eye on her. Holds the racket up there. Now what's she going to do? Have a shot. She's going to have a look at throwing one over the top and does so. And the umpire does not move. 2-0 in favour of Western Australia in this chucker. (14-11) in favour of Western Australia into the 5th chucker. They line up. Time off, says the umpire. Have a bit of blown rubber there. We can put back on. Beautiful breeze starting to pick up now. Must have dropped a few degrees in temperature. Feels like it's swinging around a little bit. Should be a great afternoon's feast of Polocrosse finals out here. We'll have Cozzy moving around the grounds doing a few interviews for us. Just get back in the action on this ground and we'll pick him up somewhere around the field in between this chucker as we're back in the action as Jacinta Sibley puts a bit of rubber back on and lines them up again. And Christy Cooper, the umpire, straight in front here, calls them up. It's 14-11 at this current stage in this match in the 5th chucker. Okay, not happy with the lineup. In it goes. Where's it gone? In between the 1s and the 2s. On the ground, the yellow and black are down. So are the blues. All down. Oh, snuck beautifully under the back of the back legs of by Sky Bradford, the number 3. Looking to link up now with Jacinta Sibley. Again, wheels to the right. Up goes Cassie Can. Gives a bit of a timber there. Gets out of trouble and nicely taken through the centre by Carly Peck to keep the opposition players away. Getting pushed into the air. Jacinta Sibley takes to the offside. Wheels around. Faces up to the number 3 in Tracy Jarrett. Faces up, has a shot, opens the goal face. This could be the opening score, and it is. Well, it's going goal for goal, 2-1. This could be the lead that the New South Wales wanted, just to narrow that goal-scoring feast down by this first section for Western Australia. Alan Owens, is the umpire on the other side. He'll line them up scoreboard side at 14-13. In it goes, out the back. This time it's going to be Sky Bradford. Sky Bradford, lovely pick up right near the foot of the horse. Wound she goes. They gets around 2WA. Now she sets the pedal down. Up they go. Tracy Jarrett says, I'm going to take you to the line. And the big one's into the racket. A beautiful pass. Whirls around, checks up there as Tracy Jarrett again works out across the top of the D. Well, she's committed herself and she's going to take it on. Jacinta Sibley, what can she do? Again, nice and steady, gathers the rein, shortens up, comes out across a little bit higher up to the 30-metre line. Back there's Tracy Jarrett, just staying within a horse length of her. They work up a little shoulder to shoulder, to the right, to the left, opens the goal face up and wait for the umpire. Says all clear. 14-13 is the score. 14-13, it's 2 goals apiece for this chucker. Last time they came out it was 5-1 and 5-1. Oh, that's Chaka. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a turnaround. It's happening. 1 goal the difference. New South Wales really worked their team well there. And 2 goals apiece, 14-13. And this game is, again, as we said, it's just a really developing, going to be into a real slugfest over these next 3 chuckers or 2 chuckers.
Time on's called. The ball goes in. It's in the middle. Amy Smith had lost it. She's got it back now. Amy Smith with the ball in her racket for Western Australia. She heads down towards her attacking 30-yard area to find her number 1 in Talia Guy. Just gathers her reins. Wheels that pony around. Trying to set up a bit of play here. Amy Smith just trying to drive around the front, being hard pressed there by the New South Welshman midfield. The pass goes in. It was hard and flat. It's on the ground. Talia Guy spots it first, does a nice little pick up, spins that pony around beautifully, lines up goals, has a shot. Oh, clear. Well, a magnificent bit of play there by Western Australia. Far side of the ground, the ball's in its way out the back. Ashley Anderson's first on the scene. Can she pick it up on the near side? No, she can't. Ball still on the deck. April Leggett had it, lost it. Ball still there, ball still there. Here we go. Nikki Camp with the ball firmly in her racket midfield. Cops a bit of timber. She's good enough to evade on this occasion. April Leggett really turning up the heat and putting on a lot of pressure. But she spins a pony around now. Nikki Camp. She says, "Where are you, Talia?" The umpire's whistle's gone. She carried the ball over the line, so it'll be a New South 10-yard throw from their defensive 30-yard line. It's all about timing, making those leads for the areas. The 10-yard throw goes out. Ashley Anderson, it sits up beautifully for her. She just checks up midfield, lets her number 2 in Karen Hassel mark up and give her a bit of breathing space. Good bit of riding there by Karen Hassel to take a player out of the field for her. Ashley Anderson puts a quick pass in there to April Leggett. Oh, it was a bit too high for it. Bounced off the top of the racket. Nikki Can picks up the crumbs. Nikki Can just working the area. Trying to get down and set up some play further down the field. Cruises around on that nice little pony. Backs herself, has a bounce. Sits up nicely as it always does here. Oh, she cops a bit of timber. She's unloaded there by April Leggett. April Leggett rides onto the turnover. Has a bounce. Just checks up now at a bit of a tight angle. Sucked back behind beautifully. Had a shot. No clear. Great bit of play there by April Leggett to force the turnover and then come up with the goods and throw the goal. 15 goals, 13. It's back to 2, ladies and gentlemen. Straighten up. 3s is the call from the umpire. The ball goes in. It's knocked down front. New South side. Ashley Anderson just storms her way through and gets the pick up. Ashley Anderson now heading down towards her attacking 30-yard area. She puts a bit of pace on now. Cops a big bit of timber there by Amy Smith. Great bit of pressure there to force the turnover. Ball's on the deck. Still on the deck. Ashley Anderson goes again. She can't get the ball. The umpire's whistle's gone. Time off has been called. Righto, the umpires have made their decision after a brief discussion. And it'll be a New South Wales ball. April Leggett to take the penalty throw. She throws it high and long. Does it sit up nicely? Yes, it does. April Leggett being hard pressed there by Nikki Camp, puts a spin around. The umpire's whistle's gone once again. It'll be a West Australian ball. Didn't leave enough room when she checked back behind the opposing number 3 and Nikki Camp. And as a result, WA has a penalty throw. Nikki throws it out, doesn't sit it up. Sits up nicely for her. She backs herself. Is she going to have a bounce? Yes, she does. She's got the ball firmly in her racket. She's going to cop a bit of treatment there by April Leggett, but she sucked back beautifully and got around and cops a bit more timber. She's unloaded. Ball's on the ground. Trickles into New South's attacking 30-yard area. April Leggett's first on the scene. Oh, a great bit of pushing there by Nikki Kent. But April Leggett just works around. Does a nice little spin, cops a bit of timber, puts it through. All clear. That's the equaliser, 15 apiece. Both teams coming out with all guns blazing. We got a hell of a game going on here. The umpire lines him up, bar side of the ground. It's in, it's out the back. Who's first on the scene? Nikki Cant's got the ball in a racket. Just checks up now, looking for a number one in Talia Guy. Being hard ridden there by the New South Wales. Well, a great bit of wood dished out there by Karen Hassel, but Nikki Cant still got the ball. She puts a pass into her number one in Talia Guy. The pass was out in front. She got it off the ground and put it straight through, so the West Aussies are back out by one. The umpires have picked something out. It looks as though it'll be a West Australian ball.
Okay, it's based on picking up the rackets. No spectator, anybody will go on the field to pick up a racket. Just making that clear, no spectators, players or anybody at all to cross over that line and pick up a racket for a player. Okay, so we're just waiting on confirmation from the umpire about what decision they're going to make. And we've got two great referees, Australian Chief Umpire David Sillis and Richard Murrell. And the umpire, no, they've made a decision. They're going to line it up.
So they line it up all six. Only one goal in it. The ball goes in. It's knocked out the middle on New South side. Who's first on the scene? Nikki Can. Nikki Can's having a cracker jack of a chucker. She gets another possession midfield. Looking for a number one in Talia Guy. Oh, she's double teamed here. She's gone under a bit of pressure, but she's good enough to hold on to it. Just spins around on that nice black horse, copping a bit of timber. Works around now, finds a bit of breathing space. Ducks, dives, weaves, looking for a number one in Talia Guy. The lead's on now. Talia Guy gets it in a racket. Ducks around, has a shot and just dribbles it through. Nikki Can really having an impact going out the back in this chucker. She's picking up a lot of loose ball, and that's time. Thank you, umpire, time. So the West Aussies are out by 2.
Righto, we're coming on. We'll see if there's been any changes. We've got Shana Hall coming back, going in as the number 2. And no changes from front and back. Number 1's Hayley Martin, Tracy Jarrett, the number 3. Going into the 7th chucker, 2-goal lead to WA. They have won this 3 times in a row, so it's a very strong division, this under-24 women's. The umpires out here are just having a little chat around. Alan Owens and Christy Cooper. Presentations will be as quick as possible here on the other side to get our games underway. Next one is at 11 o'clock. Get behind them. Last time you're going to see this first section come on for both teams, and that's WA and New South Wales. Give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, because they'll be right in it from the word go. It's all on with 2 goals of difference, and that's absolutely nothing in 2 chuckers of Polocrosse. In they go. Umpire Christy Cooper. Spin ball goes in, out the centre of the pack, goes out New South Wales. Down it goes, very close to the line. I think that might beat them. No, it doesn't. It's under the ground. Can't see. It's under the horses. Very close, and it's blowing the whistle. Line-up's been called. Well, this is a desperation chucker. This is the one where it's going to make a stamp it for one team or the other. Off they go with a handy lead of 2 at the moment. No one will be comfortable with that. And New South Wales, we know just how hard they can dig deep to get the ball. Goes in front, round it goes. That's the number 1 who's got it in Hayley Martin. Bit of backswing there from the number 3 in Sky Bradford. Now we go around and any changes. Sky Bradford goes the line. Hayley Martin goes over. No, she can't get over the line. Big swing there. Oh, and untaken over the horse. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Pressure there from Carly Peck, the number 2. And that's what it's all about. Now Sky Bradford, the number 3, if there's no changes, I don't think, as it goes onto the ground. And the umpire has seen another infringement, and he's going to bring it down. It'll go the way of the New South Wales down to the 30-metre line. Umpire's going to take it down to the line. Jacinta Sibley is the 1. With Tracy Jarrett, the number 3. She'll be required to stay away 10. Pops the mandatory 10-metre way up on the offside. Does it sit out? No, it doesn't. It goes a Mully Grubber on the ground. They all ride over the top of it. Can't see where it's got it. It's very close. Is it in midfield? No, the umpire has picked up another infringement. And has gone right in front. Eleanor's the umpire from the top of the D. And Jacinta Sibley throws a high one over the top, and the umpire does not move. So they get one back for New South Wales. That's 17 goals to 16 in the 7th chukker. Get behind the side, ladies and gentlemen. You're paid to be here. It doesn't cost you any more to put a bit of barracking behind these sides. They line up on the scoreboard side at 17 goals to 16. Umpire Alan Owens ready to throw it in. It goes off the 3's racket out the back. Tracy Jarrett shortens up the reins and picks up the ball. Round to the right she goes up there. She's under a pack attack there from the Blues. And the ball's been given. It's been a free goal awarded to Western Australia. Well, they've both got one now. So that's 1 goal apiece. This is the big slug out, the 7th and the 8th. They're going to be dig deep from everywhere on the ground. And the umpire has blown the whistle and is being straightened them up. You can see the pressure, the intensity is rising. Every time they line up, they just maximise the advantage if they can to pick that ball up out of the lineup. Umpire Christy Cooper stands them straight. In it goes, way behind. Oh, taken out the beautifully read there by Sky Bradford, left and right. Now she looks around, look at the work in centre field there by Carly Peck, taking Shana Hall right out of the equation. Now she works her way down. Shana Hall on the offside, goes stick side. Nicely picked up there by Carly Peck. Now Shana Hall laces a big one up on the grey. Up she goes. Nice turn to the left by the number 3 in Sky Bradford. Gets through the pack there. Well assisted by Carly Peck. Goes into the line looking for Jacinta Sibley. Takes an offside pass, wheels around, faces up to the number 3 in Tracy Jarrett. Tracy Jarrett and Jacinta Sibley. Now they face off head to tail. Now Tracy Jarrett again just staying just a little enough away. Jacinta Sibley says, what can I do here? Can't she get along? Goes, looks across. Can she get? No, she can't. Gets a bit of a tap there as Tracy Jarrett says, I'm going to be right with you if you make a move. Now steady as she goes, working across the top of the D there. Little check, tries to run around the front, can't do there. Has to work out again. Works up into the top right-hand corner of the 30-metre line. What can she do? Tracy Jarrett, the ever watchful. Now's a bit of run over the top and all clear. Well, that's all that's needed. Just ran across and popped one just over the back of the number 3, I'd suggest, and it goes through a goal to New South Wales. Goes back to 1 goal, the difference here in the 7th chukker. One more chukker to go after this in this under-24 women's final here between Western Australia and New South Wales. In it goes, in the pack, out the back. Oh, that lady again, Sky Bradford. Round she goes. She's going to hunt him all the way up the number 3, so they'll take a big bump and a shove. The ball's knocked out. Where's it gone? Onto the ground, the whistle's blowing. Well, I think it was indicated a hit down. Oh, it's going to go to New South Wales. Well, Tracy Jarrett, she was a bit caught out. She said, I'm just going to put the pressure right on, which she did. Unfortunately, it resulted in a bit of a hit down. So it goes away to Jacinta Sibley. This could be the equaliser if she gets this goal. Throws 1-0, gets the whistle on, goes down, sits up, taken nicely. Well, look at turning to the right. Under a bit of attack there. Has a shot, little flick. All clear. 3-1 in favour of New South. Oh, this is going to be a chukker. There's still plenty of time to go in the 7th. And it's 18 goals apiece. This is what we like to see, the nail biters. This is the one where the crowd get right behind their teams, and if you haven't got one, just pick one. It doesn't matter. You got black or yellow or double blue, whatever your favourite colour is. In it goes between the ones and the twos. On the ground they dig deep. Dig deep it is. Dig deep for Hayley Martin. Works around the big pack. Goes up the middle side of the paddock. Up there's the number 3. Takes her on the tight side, the stick side. Gets a good bounce. Worked into the bottom corner by Sky Bradford. Now gets across a little flick and all clear. Western Australia go to the lead again. One goal, and boy, the crowd are getting behind this WA. Come on, and that's Chaka. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can stand, you can sit, you can do what you like, but give them a big round of applause for a fantastic game. You're not going to get any closer than one goal the difference going into the death knock Chaka of Chaka 8.
Players just sorting out a bit of gear. Righto, Talia guys out on the field and ready to play. Righto, they line up commentary side of the ground in Chaka number 8. The ball goes in, it's out the back. The umpire's whistle sounded. There was a chop in the downward direction in the lineup. So as a result, New South will take a 10-yard lob from the spot. There's a bit of confusion. But Ashley Anderson now with the ball in her racket to take the 10-yard throw. Ashley Anderson throws it out the required 10. Does it sit up? Yes, it does. About to cop a fair bit of attention there from Talia Guy. Ashley Anderson good enough to get around it right now. Looking for a number 1 in April Leggett. The play goes on, the spin goes out, the pass is in. April Leggett now with the ball in her racket. Tries to drive around the front, being hard pressed there by Nikki Cant. Works out to the corner of the field. Getting a bit of pace, keeping that little pony moving. She ducks around one side, back the other, has a shot, cops a bit of timber, but is good enough to put it through. That's the equaliser, 19 goals apiece. It's good to hear the crowd getting into it and keep it up. $19 goals all as they line up bar side of the ground. The ball's in, it's out the back. Who's first onto it? Nikki Cant from WA's riding shotgun. Can she get the pick up? No, she can't. Ball still on the ground. Cassie Cant now. Her sister's got it. Had it. Lost it. Back on deck. Ashley Anderson storms through and gets the ball once again. She's a very dangerous player midfield. She gets a lot of ball. Puts a pass over there to number 1 and April Leggett. And the Blues are in front by 1. Well, a slick bit of play there. Good pressure centre field, caused a turnover and enabled them to pick up the loose ball and get a score. Oh, what a game. They line up, the ball goes in, the number 2, and Karen Hassel with the ball. Great snap out of the lineup, looking for a number 1, and April Leggett as they head towards the attacking 30-yard line. The pass goes in. Oh, she had it, she lost it, but she got it back mid-air. Great reflexes there by April Leggett to jag that one in. Well, she's being very hard ridden there by Nikki Cant. She's applying a mountain of pressure and lays a bit of timber too. Rides right up close, wearing her like a glove. Extreme pressure here. April Leggett's good enough to hold on to it. She'll just gather her thoughts. She's got all the time in the world. She ducks around the side, has a flick. Oh, Claire, oh, a great goal under pressure there by April Leggett. All of a sudden, New South Wales is out by 2 goals. 21-19. Well, the pressure's on. The ball goes in, it's out the back. Nikki Cant jags a great catch there at the back. She just checks up now, looking for a number 1 in Talia Guy. The umpire whistle sounded. And it'll be a West Aussie free throw from their attacking 30-yard line. Talia Guy on the ever-reliable Tex to take the 10-yard throw. She lobs it up. It sits up nicely for her. She picks it up at the front of the horse's leg. Oh, sucks back behind. Thought about the shot, but decided against it. Wheels around now. Great spin. But Ashley Anderson's putting a lot of pressure on now. These threes are doing a sterling effort in this chucker. It's all on the line. Talia just works. Oh, quick little spin. Dives around the front. And it's a goal to WA. If you like that move, you should see her on the dance floor. There's only one goal in it now. 20-21 in favour of New South Wales. Commentary side of the ground. Ball goes in. Oh, Ashley Anderson has it firmly in a racket. The number 3 for New South Wales. The threes are getting a lot of possession in this chucker. They're going 1 for 1. She ducks around the back looking for a number 1 in April Leggett, who's found a bit of space there in the area. April Leggett just checks up. Being hard ridden there by Nikki Cant. April Leggett now just works across the face of goals. Lovely little pony. She ducks around. Nikki Cant's putting some great pressure on. She spins around now, puts a bit of pace on, thinks about the shot out the side, and all clear. Oh, well, New South Wales have got a slim lead here. But it looks like they're trying to hold on to it the best they can. Ball goes in. Oh, it's snapped out of the middle there by Karen Hassel. Karen Hassel with the ball. Just checks up. She's about to cop a bit of timber. The umpires deemed a free goal there. There was a smack in the helmet. Instantly results in a free goal. So New South out by 3. All of a sudden they've got a very commanding lead. And that's time. Thank you, umpire. Time. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. What a great game of Polocrosse. Well, they all fought tooth and nail. And New South just got the slip there at the last minute. Some great players and some great horses on that field. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, what a great win in New South Wales there. Western Australia have won this division 3 times, so to take it away from them, and they've got into the finals again. So, ladies and gentlemen, give them a huge round of applause again. You know, you're seeing some of the best, and they just put it in for you every chucker, and 8 hard, grinding chuckers out there. And I'll tell you what, it does take the toll on players and horses. So the presentations will be just over on the dais a little bit within as soon as possible when they walk across there. The strappers take the horses. Thanks to the umpires. The next game on is the senior mixed game.
Righto, we've just seen a pretty exciting game with the under-24 women, the cream of the women in Australia. So New South Wales defeated Western Australia 23-20. We'd like the runners-up Western Australia to come up onto the podium.
Oh, okay. Myself, Tracy Jarrett, Hayley Martin, Cassie Cant, Shana Hall, Nikki Cant, Talia Guy, Amy Pillane, Coach Sue Johnson, and our manager, Jenny Mitchell. I'd like to thank New South Wales for a great final. Well done, girls. And all the sponsors to make this weekend happen. And, yeah, thanks.
Right, if you just come down now and receive a runner-up trophy from Trish Hall from Griffin Energy. Hayley Martin, Cassie Cant, Shana Hall, Nikki Cant, Talia Guy. Amy Pillane. Coach Sue Johnson. And manager Jenny Mitchell. Just wait there, team. Righto, that's the Western Australian team. Now we'd like the New South Wales team to come up. Where's Lachlan? Where is he? Come on. We got a special guy if we give you a special trophy. Lachlan Ross will present the Ross Trophy for under 24 competition. What's his name?
Hey,
What was his name?
Roger Ross.
Did you want to say something?
No.
Okay, that was the Roger Ross. That was Lachlan's father presented that trophy. All right, you'd like to say a few words?
Yep. I'd just like to introduce my team. It's myself, Sky Bradford, Ashley Anderson, April Leggett, Carly Peck, Lisa Badia, Karen Hassel, Jacinta Sibley, our coach Arch Anderson, our assistant coach Steph Lillybridge, and our manager Linda Drynan. I'd just like to thank all the people that have supported us over the last probably 6 years since we've been struggling. And I'd like to thank all our parents who have drug us across the country to do this. My girls, you put your whole hearts into it today and I think it showed. I'd also like to thank Western Australia. You made us work for it and like you have every other time. And probably just a special mention to Arch. He's never coached a beaten team, so I think he had a fair bit to do with it.
Who's your... Just call their names as they walk up to get their trophies.
Start hiding.
Do it.
Sky Bradford.
Thanks.
Ashley Anderson. April Leggett. Carly Peck. Lisa Badia. Karen Hassel. Jacinta Sibley. Steffi Lillybridge. And super coach Arch Anderson.
Thanks very much. Right, thanks very much, everyone. That was great.
to introduce the special guest, local Member of Parliament for the seat of Swan Hills and Member of the Legislative Assembly, Frank Albin. Councillor Charlie Gregorini, Order of Australia, JP, Mayor of the City of Swan. Polocrosse Association of Australia President, Peter Crawford. Polocrosse Association of Western Australia President, Sandy McTaggart, JP. Polocrosse Association Board Members, State Presidents, distinguished guests, sponsors, represented by our major sponsor here today in Trish Hall from the Griffin Energy Group, players, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few words to say what a wonderful occasion it is, what a wonderful sight it is, and I welcome everybody here, and I now call on Mr. Peter Crawford, the President of the Polocrosse Association of Australia, to say a few words. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Ross. Mr. Frank Albin, local member for the seat of Swan Hills and the member of the Legislative Assembly. Councillor Charlie Gregorini, the Mayor of this Shire. Mr. Graham Lane, President of the Perth Polocrosse Club. Mr. Sandy McTaggart, who is the President of the Western Australian Polocrosse. My fellow board members of the PAA, state presidents, distinguished guests, sponsors, players, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what a wonderful event this is proving to be. The venue here is just absolutely superb, and an enormous amount of work and money and time and effort has gone into this venue to bring it up to this incredibly high standard. I thank the Perth Club and the West Australians for all they have done to make our stay here so successful and so enjoyable. So I wish you competitors a really hard, safe time here when you're playing, because it's a huge distance you've come, and we're very appreciative of that. And I just look forward to seeing more of the wonderful action that we've had. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crawford. Our next speaker, I'd like to call on Sandy McTaggart, Mr. Sandy McTaggart, JP, the President of the Polocrosse Association of Western Australia, to come forward and say a few words from a state perspective.
Thanks, Ross. I'd just like to recognise Peter Crawford, Mayor Charlie Gregorini, Frank Albin, and particularly I'd like to recognise the volunteers that have made this organisation go. It's been my privilege and pleasure this year to be President of this Polocrosse Association of WA, but I am only first amongst equals. We're all contributed. It's been a whole state effort. The preparation has taken 3 years for this, and the execution has been done by Graham Lane, Joe Langford, Mary Day and Phil Day particularly. And the efforts that they have made are evident before you today in the way that it's been prepared and the way it's run. We also have some wonderful sponsors, and in particular our major sponsor, Griffin Energy and Devereux Polo Ponies. Not only have they reached into their wallets, they put their shoulders to the wheel, which is a thing for a sponsor to do. I'm very, very proud of them. The events have been hassle-free, and I expect it to continue. And I thank you all for your cooperation, the terrific polocrosse, and the great spectacle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandy. Our next guest, I would like to call on the Mayor of the City of Swan, Councillor Charlie Gregorini, to come forward and say a few words. Thank you, Charlie.
Okay. President of the Polocrosse Association of Australia, Peter Crawford, West Australian President Sandy McTaggart, my fellow councillor Frank Albin, and also the member for Swan Hills, special guests, competitors, and everyone who's been involved here today. It's indeed a great pleasure on behalf of the city to welcome you all here to the Brigadoon Polocrosse Championships for 2008. The State Equestrian Centre is something that I'm very proud of, and the land that you are on here today is the property of the City of Swan, so it's indeed our great pleasure to welcome you all here. I'm told that there's some 700 competitors from the eastern states, and also their crew and all the people that are here, and some 200 people from Western Australia. This is a wonderful event, and I have to take my hat off and congratulate everyone who has been involved in setting this up. And I hope that you really enjoy yourselves while you're here, and your families. And to all those competitors, all the best for these last 2 days of this competition. So on behalf of the city, can I wish you all well and hope that you have a wonderful stay at this centre.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's just been a bit of a unfortunate thing happened, nothing serious, but a timing factor. So I would like to once again call on Councillor Gregorini, the Mayor of the City of Swan, to come forward and officially open the Polocrosse Championships here for 2008.
I think this duty was supposed to have been that of fellow councillor, but it is indeed my great pleasure on his behalf and on the city's behalf to declare the 2008 Polocrosse Championships officially opened.
Thank you once again, Councillor Gregorini. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on Noni Trainer to come down, and she will, when she arrives down here, she will sing the national anthem. What a wonderful sight. We have the flag bearer, and we have the young lady with the great voice who's going to sing the national anthem for us, followed by 2 mounted police, beautifully prepared horses.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strengths, and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renowned of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, with boundless plains to share, with courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strengths, and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Up, up, up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that completes the official opening. What a wonderful spectacle that's been. And now I would ask Victoria to come around past the dais and lead the teams off. So if Victoria could just come around the front of all the horses and lead off around the dais. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. It's a magnificent sight. Thank you very much. That's the end of the official opening, and what a wonderful sight it's been. All the best for the remainder of the carnival.